I'm Elliot Pritt, and I'm running for the House of Delegates. I'm an Air Force veteran, a married father of 3, and a teacher. The people of the 50th Delegate District deserve a delegate who is qualified, experienced, and who actually knows what it's like to put in a hard day's work. I don't make political promises, but I do promise I will always be available to you. I'm Elliot Pritt, and I'm asking for your vote.
Please vote for my dad, Elliot Pritt.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the New River Network's coverage of high school football. I'm Greg Christ, and I'm being joined tonight by my good buddy Dave Gorby. Jason Blankenship will be rolling in here in a little bit. He had some ballet lessons or something he had to go to, and he's on his way. Gorby said he thought he'd make it by kickoff, but he wasn't sure.
Hey, you got to be a parent first.
That's right.
You got to understand that part.
That's right. You got to take care of your business.
Yep.
So anyway, we opted to bring you this game tonight. We are in hopes that it'll be a good contest. Summers County. They come in to tonight looking to try to squeeze into the playoffs. Hadn't been to the playoffs for quite some time. Looking to get in there and make some noise. They come in at 5-4 on the season. Of course, it's going to be a tall order. Gorb. James Monroe, 9-0.
Yeah, James Monroe's going for something they haven't done in a long time.
Yeah.
I think the paper said this morning since 06 was the last time they went undefeated in regular season, and Coach Evans, he's done a good job. Like you say, he's 5-4. He probably needs some things to happen tonight, but the first task, you got to win this ball game.
That's right. Yep. And he talked about that, how certain things has to happen for them to have a chance to win, and it's a tall order. But you got them at home. Crowd's going to be electrified. It's going to be exciting. We've already heard lots of events going on over there, and a lot of people excited about this game as we are. And we thought it would be a good matchup, so we decided to air this thing tonight. James Monroe leads this series 16-5. The last time Summers County defeated James Monroe was in 2013, and they won it by a score of 18-12. So it's been a while back. And again, this James Monroe program has been pretty dominant over the years. They, they have always had a solid program, and the playoffs to them is usually a secondary issue. Winning the state championship is what they're looking for.
Right.
They're just a good football program and always have been. And like I said, I think Summers going to have their hands full tonight. But we've watched Summers play a time or two. We broadcast one of their games over at Meadowbridge, and they look pretty good that night. They got some good stuff to work with.
Yeah, this is Coach Evans' second year at Summers County, so it's taken a little bit to kind of get going, and I think he's starting to kind of see the daylight a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And he's, like I say, he's won 5 games this year, but he's lost a couple close games.
Yep.
And that might come back to bite him a little bit, but he has these boys playing good.
Yeah, and like you said, that program, it's been struggling a little bit lately, but he's injected a little bit of new life and enthusiasm to the program, and I think people were ready for them to do something over. Like I said, he's got that program going in the right direction for sure. And you just look here at his schedule. Some of the games he lost to Midland Trail 13-12. He lost to Shady 28-20. So yeah, they've 28-19 to Clay right in the ball game.
Yeah.
A very good Clay County team. So they've played competitively in just about every game, and the games they've won pretty big. So it's just getting things clicking at the right time. And like I said, they're coming off that loss to Clay, but they played really well. And Coach Evans mentioned some of his offensive tactics over there, and said looking back on it, he wished he'd have done it a little sooner.
Yeah,
because Clay had a hard time with it.
Yeah, I'm going to be familiar with this wing T formation, but he was talking about a different formation he threw at Clay last week, and I guess we're going to see that tonight.
Yep. Well, I'm sure he's going to pull out all the stops tonight. He got to.
Right. Yep.
No reason to hold anything back at this point. You're at the last game of the season. You're fighting to get into playoffs, and you're playing a team that is, considered by most to be superior. So you got to pull out the stops and go for it. And I think we'll see some different stuff from them on offense tonight. James Monroe, they're led by running back Cooper Ridgway, who is 3 yards short of 1,000 this year, has 13 TDs on the season. Quarterback Leighton Dowdy on the season, passing the ball 53 for 89. He's passing the ball at about a 60% completion rate, and he has over 1,000 yards passing as well. James Monroe really stacked on defense, and that's where they excel. They're led by Eli Allen there, who has 6 interceptions on the year and also 8 TDs. James Monroe wins the toss, and unlike a lot of people, they are going to take the football. Typically, you see these teams now defer till the second half, but I think James Monroe, with their defense, is perfectly comfortable giving them the ball to start the second half. I'm sure that doesn't bother them a bit. Mm-hmm. They want to get the offense going and try to get early scores and then let their defense take control. And, looking at this roster and then looking at the players over there on that James Monroe sideline, man, they got some size over there. And, that's, again, a typical thing from James Monroe to have big, strong kids. And you look down this roster, 235, 225, 232, 293, 300, 271. They're just big all over the place. So, again, tall order for Summers County, but we'll see what happens. And Summers County going to get set to kick it off to James Monroe. Again, James Monroe wins the toss, and they have elected to receive. And Cruz Testerman will kick it off for Summers County. So, Gord, getting ready to get her going here. This is getting close to playoff time. It's an exciting time of year in high school football for most teams.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is the final rodeo before it all begins.
Yep, that's right. All right, Testerman gets the signal from the official, and here he comes. And the ball game is underway, and it's picked up back there by Brady Carr. He cuts it over to his left, gets it up to about the 30, gets slung around back to the 29, the 28 before he's finally brought down. So James Monroe will start with it there on their own 28-yard line. So good job by the Summers County special teams to keep that from going anywhere. James Monroe will start it on the 28. Gord, we're keeping stats and all kinds of stuff trying to keep up with. We don't have many helpers tonight, so I'm going to guess about 11:45 is the time on the clock. And here comes James Monroe. They got 2 receivers split to both sides. One man in the backfield with Dowdy, and he's going to keep it himself, and or rather Cooper Ridgway, and he was a nice gain there. I don't know exactly how many yards it was. Looks like he's up over the 40 to about the 45. So 17-yard pickup by Leighton Dowdy. And I'm going to make sure we got trying to get everybody's names right. Cooper Ridgway is 7. Leighton Dowdy is 9. I think Cooper Ridgway actually kept the ball that time, or ran the ball that time, handed it off to Dowdy, or rather Ridgway, for the game. So Dowdy takes a snap, give it to Ridgway again, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage again, up around the 50-yard line before he's brought down after another nice pickup. So 2 plays, and James Monroe all the way out to the 50-yard line. So I think they've made up their minds what they're going to do here. It looks like pretty quick.
Oh, they're no surprise to them.
Right.
They're coming right down the middle there. He's picked up 21 yards and 2 carries already.
Yep. Freshman in the backfield now. I think that is Chaz Boggs. And they give the pitch to Boggs over the left side. That gets a good block out there from an interior lineman. And that block, even though the play didn't develop, that block was pretty solid by Ashton Evans. Laid out the corner there, or the defensive end for Summers, but Boggs only able to get back to the line of scrimmage. May have lost a little bit.
Right. So they had a wing right there offset from the wing. It was almost a wing tee, but they had an offset wing there, and they went with a quick pitch.
Right.
And Summers County did a real good job of stretching that to the sidelines.
Yep, they did. Mm-hmm. So he gets it back. Maybe he might have gained a half a yard up to right on the 50 right now. So Dowdy in the shotgun formation. He's going to keep it himself. Actually, that is, again, Ridgway taking the direct snap, and Ridgway bulls forward for about 4 on the play. We'll see where they spot it. We'll give him 3. So he's down to the 47 of Summers County. Looking at 3rd down now.
4th down.
4th down now, rather. And see what the distance
It's
is.
a long 2 or a short 3 there,
Yep,
Coach.
Yep. It's like about 3 yards. They got to get it right up close to the 45.
I don't think they have to get to the line.
Right, just short of it.
Just
Yep.
short of it.
Big play here early in this game. Summers County looking for the stop on the first possession. James Monroe started off with a positive drive, then it bogged down here a little bit. 4th and just shy of 3 yards to go. And they give it to Ridgeway over the right side, and he's going to be stopped. And try to get the number on that tackler right there. Nice job by the Summers County defense, and they hold James Monroe on that first drive. So good job by Summers County, and that's what they need to do right there. Franklin McLaughlin, a 5'10", 190-pound sophomore, made that stop for Summers County, and this drive ends on possession.
Yeah, with 9:09 left in the first quarter. After the first play, Summers County kind of settled down on defense there.
Yep. All right, here comes Summers County with it. Ball on the 47-yard line. Isaac with the handoff, and again, take us a minute here to get numbers and all that, but that looked like Tyson Atkins, 5'8", 190-pound sophomore, carrying the football. He gets it ahead for a short gain. And that'll bring up second down now. Say 9 to go.
And Coach Evans came out and double set there as well, but he brought a jet motion there.
Right.
On the fake the jet and handed it off right up in the middle.
Right. All right, looks like Ridgeway's going to have to come out of the game. Maybe a little blood on the jersey or on the hand or something, so he goes out.
And another player.
Yep. 2 guys. He must have run into him. All right, so they get their subs in. They're waiting on their play from the sideline. And the officials are going to call timeout, and James Monroe's going to take a timeout. They had some personnel issues there, so they're forced to call a quick timeout. So with a timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout here on the New River Network. You're watching Friday Night High School Football. Greg Chris, Dave Gorby bringing you all the action. 0-0, first quarter. We'll be back after these messages. All right, welcome back to live action. Summers County up to the ball. Second down, about 8. They got a couple on that last play. This time, quarterback goes under center and almost missed a handoff there. Quarterback that time was Aiden Plumley. I'm sorry, Brandon Isaac. And I'm not sure who that handoff was to.
It was 33.
Again, okay.
Atkins there.
Tyson Atkins, okay.
It looked like they were trying to run the curl trap there
Yep.
out of the wing T formation. And I don't know if the quarterback turned the wrong way or what, but there was kind of a little miscommunication there on the handoff.
Yep. All right, brings up third down now and 9 for Summers, trying to get their personnel directed. Get Benjamin Lane split out to the left and still have players running on and off the field. A little bit of confusion in that wing T. Here goes Isaac back to throw. Pressure comes. He decides to tuck it and run. And the defense closes quick, and they stop him right at the 50. So he's going to pick up about 3 on that play, 3.5. And Summers County going to be forced to punt on their first possession.
Should have 4th and 7 here. And they went to a kind of a shotgun wing, double wing set there. Summers County did. So we've seen multiple positions already from Coach Evans. James Monroe's only run a couple different formations. Nice punt right there.
Yep, nice punt. I guess that's Testerman as the kicker, and it's going to be just roll down and going to be down on the 7-yard line So good job by the Summers County special teams as James Monroe will take over from their own 7. With 7:10 to go in the first quarter. 0-0's your score. James Monroe with their second possession of the night. All right, here comes James Monroe out of the huddle. Dowdy in the shotgun formation, and he hands it off to Ridgway over the left side, and he is going to be dropped. Maybe a little bit of a loss on that play. And we got a flag up, and we got 2 flags up, and it looks like we had a little extracurricular after the play was over. Not sure what happened there, but the official pointed down as if to say somebody did something they shouldn't have to the guy on the ground. And Darren's moving the camera away, so I can't really see what the call is. So we'll have to. Well, we missed what the call was, but I'm guessing.
Well, it was against them because
Right.
they've marked it halfway back.
Half the distance, yeah.
Yeah, so it was probably unsportsmanlike.
Yep. Yeah, I think the player laying on the ground either said something or kicked at somebody or something. So that'll march them back half the distance to the goal. So they're on the 3-yard line now. Good defensive play that time by the interior line, led by Bryce Taylor on that stop of Ridgway. They stopped him pretty quickly there. All right, Dowdy in the shotgun, nobody back there with him. He's going to throw it. He drops it out into the flat to Ridgway, and he is dropped immediately by the corner for Summers County, Drake Cole. Great job by Drake Cole out there. Drake is a 5'6", 165-pound junior, and made a nice stop out there in the open field and keeps that play from going anywhere. So good job by Cole. And basically they may have gained a half a yard on it, but he was there immediately for the stop. So good job by Cole. And that brings up 3rd down now and long for James Monroe. Dowdy gets a play in from the sideline. Gets him up to the line. This time he is going to have.
They're in the wing tee
Yep,
here.
in that wing tee. Split backfield. And he's going to roll to his right and throw. Pressure comes. He gets the throw off down deep and off the fingertips of the defender back there. Defending on the play, Willie Dotson and also Ryan Oliveros. And Oliveros nearly picked that one off. So brings up 4th down now. 4th down, and we're going to say about 17. And the James Monroe putt team is on the field, getting set to kick it away. Punter right back at the back of the end zone, dangerous spot.
Good snap.
Good snap back to him, gets it off. We'll have to check the punter here in just a minute. But he gets it away down to the ball rolling to the about 47, or is that 37?
38-yard line.
All right, 38-yard line. So Summers County will take over there, starting their second drive of the night on the 38-yard line. Good field position. So Summers County special teams doing some good work right now.
Right, they obviously flipped the field there on their punt, and then the defense held up well. And and it's not like a 35-yard punt is bad in high school sports, but when you're punting back on the 3-yard line,
it don't get you out of the hole very much, does it?
Yeah.
All right, here comes Summers, and a straight high backfield back there now. Give it to the second man through, and that is Drake Cole. And he's brought down after a pickup of about 1.5 yards. Brings up 2nd down now, and we'll say 8.5 to go.
Right, and that formation, like I said, it was a shotgun I formation.
Right.
Which there's another different
another
formation now. Coach Evans' playbook there.
Yep, and he's changed quarterbacks. He now has Willie Dotson in a quarterback. Dotson's a senior, 6'2", 185.
And this isn't a wing. This is what we call a sniffer. That's right behind the line. As you see him just pull, and he took the kid out.
Well, he did.
So what they did, they built a wall. The line built a wall,
Right.
and they let that guy go, and they trapped that kid. is the terminology there.
Yep. And I know we don't have a number 1 on our roster, so we don't know who that was. But I'm sure he's licking his chops when they call that play because he blasted the guy.
Who 21 run that ball?
21 ran it, yep. Drake Cole. All right, third down now and about 7, 6.5. Dotson gives the straight-ahead handoff, and this time the handoff is to Atkins. He gets it up to about the 20.
I think he picked up 4 there,
Yep,
Coach.
but he's going to be short of the first down, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 2.5 yards to go for Summers County.
4th and 2, this might be a situation where you're going on a hard count.
Yep.
Knowing his playbook. Now, obviously, I don't know his whole playbook, but there is plays I do know.
Right.
He goes on a hard count here. And I do look for that, but he might have something else up his sleeve,
Yep. Big play here early in the game again. We're still in the first quarter. And
Ridgeway went out again.
Yep, Ridgeway's out again, so he must be having some problems there with looked like his hand or something. It might have been bleeding. They made him come out. But he goes out of the game again.
Coach Evans sticking with this sniffer.
Yep.
Right behind the line.
Dotson takes a snap, fakes the handoff this time, keeps it himself, and he made the mistake right there of stepping back. And that little bit of a step back was all it took. And James Monroe closes on him quick, and that's going to do it for the Summers County drive. So James Monroe takes over on downs now. So I don't know, Gorb, that play there, that's probably not a bad play call, but you can ill afford to go backwards with it. You got to plow forward.
That would look like, everybody was leading him up in the hole. You just got to, the hole's probably real tight, not even there, but you got to go get it.
You got to go for it. Yep. Yep. And he took a step back and hesitated, and that was all it took. Those who hesitate are lost, as they say. All right, this time James Monroe quarterback Dowdy up under center. He picks it out to Ridgeway. Ridgeway must have got that Band-Aid back on. He carries it forward for about 5 and gives James Monroe a short second down to work with here.
Right, so that was almost like the sweep play, but they pitched it out there. They brought him in I don't want to say he was in motion, but he kind of started, but he started lateral.
Right.
He didn't come forward,
Right.
so that is legal. And like you said, he gained, close to 5 yards. He gained 4 yards on the play and bringing up second down.
Dowdy in the shotgun this time, and they run the pitch the other way, this time to Brady Carr, and Carr has room over that right side and gets it all the way down near the 45-yard line. So nice run by Brady Carr. Good play by James Monroe.
10-yard pickup, their longest play since the first play of the ball game.
Yeah.
And they brought Carr in on a rocket motion. And, a funky way they kind of pitched the ball. He kind of just almost shot puts that thing out there, But it works for him. So,
yeah, that was a nice play. Picked up good yardage on it. First down and 10 for the Mavericks. Ball on their own 45. Dowdy under center this time. And he gives the straight-ahead handoff. I do believe that was maybe Carr again.
I think it's Carr again for 5 yards.
Yep, 5 more up to the 50. Second down and 5.
So they were in the wing tee position formation there again. It looked like that was an offside B gap run. And here at Oak Hill, we call that the belly play.
Okay. Learning something here tonight. Dowdy under center. Gives it to Ridgeway over the right side. Got a little bit of room. Plows ahead for about 4. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for James Monroe.
Yeah, so they kind of off-centered the backs there. The fullback was kind of on that strong side B gap, and the running back was behind the quarterback, and they kind of led it to the B gap. So that was a nice little wrinkle that I haven't seen this year.
Right. All right. Dowdy gets a call in from the sideline. Brings the Mavericks up to the line of scrimmage to see where he's going to go. Looks like he's going under center this time.
See, here's that strong, how they're kind of offset, like they're
off to the right, sit to the right side, and they're going to give the quick handoff straight ahead, and we'll see who that was.
It's Mr. Carr.
It's Carr again, straight ahead, and he plows forward for 4 and gets a first down for James Monroe, so the drive continues.
So they figure out something here with Brady Carr.
Yeah.
Here he has three
Yep.
he has 3 carries this drive for 18 yards.
Yeah,
So
and we thought, looking at him the first drive or two, that Ridgway was going to be the only one to touch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But now Carr's getting in the action, and he's a pretty good looking running back himself.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's a fullback in this wing T formation. These fullbacks in the wing T, man, you want athletic kids to run straight ahead, and he definitely looks athletic enough to do that.
All right, this time Dowdy back to throw. Pressure comes, sprints it out to his right, picks up about 10 before he finally steps out of bounds. Well into Summers County territory, all the way down. I'm thinking that is on the 30.
I think he picked up right. Well, he might. Looking where that ref was, they might be maybe just half a football short there.
Yeah, they didn't move the down guy, the marker guy, so it is 2nd and 9. So stepped out just a little shy of the first down. Brings up 2nd down and 1 for James Monroe. Dowdy, pretty good athlete himself. You don't, he drops back there to throw, but you can't discount him as a running back as well. He'll tuck it and run pretty quick a lot of times.
And there's Brady Carr again.
Brady Carr.
See how he just hit like a fullback hits that so hard.
It's that hole hard, and that's a first down for the Mavericks. Brings up 1st and 10.
About the 32-yard line, is that?
Looks like,
right?
Let's see,
35,
30, yep.
Yes.
32, the clock starts. We need to get Darren to get us a clock shot every now and then. Maybe on the 31, Dave, looking at it. Dowdy under center. And this time it's Ridgway over the right side, and he pops it to the outside and picks up nice yardage down the sideline. We'll see where he went out. And they're going to spot him about 3 yards short, so he picks up 7 on that play. Nice run by Ridgway. He just kind of took it up inside and then popped it to the outside, and down the right sideline he went. So nice run by Ridgway. James Monroe, as you can tell, they're very athletic in that backfield with Carr, Dowdy, and Ridgway handling the ball.
I'm kind of impressive with the size of this line. They're moving. They're getting guys off the ball. They don't really pull. They kind of just base block you a little bit.
Yeah, it's a big old bunch of boys. We'll get the sizes here in just a minute when we start looking at them. Here goes Dowdy back to throw. Rolls to his left. Still looking. Pressure comes, closes, and he pushes ahead as far as he can and runs it out of bounds. Looks like he might have picked up about 3 or 4 on the play. See where the spot is. So again, Dowdy, you can't discount him as a runner because he's pretty athletic. There's our shot of the clock.
Oh, it's
4
almost
seconds.
Yeah,
7 seconds. Yep, 4
Mhm.
seconds to go in the first quarter. James Monroe on the move, and tell you what, Dave, I'm not so sure that big offensive line, I might just keep that thing on the ground, punching out 4 or 5 yards of crack.
They kind of flip the wing tee back to this side, the press box side, the strong side. I mean, the tight end and wing is what I mean. And now here they go. They go back to the other side of the field, but the tight end's on this side, on the left side.
Here's Dowdy under center. He's going to give a little crossbuck action to Carr that time. Faked our cameraman out as he gets down to about the 16-yard line, and that's going to do it for the first quarter play. With your score, Summers County 0, James Monroe 0. Bringing you live high school football action here on the New River Network.
I'm
Rick
Elliot
Chris and
Pritt,
Dave Gorby, brought
and
to
I'm
you by
running for
that
the House
man,
of Delegates.
Elliot Pritt.
I'm
Stay
an Air
with
Force
us.
veteran,
We'll be back.
a married father of 3, and a teacher. The people of the 50th Delegate District deserve a delegate who is qualified, experienced, and who actually knows what it's like to put in a hard day's work. I don't make political promises, but I do promise I will always be available to you. I'm Elliot Pritt, and I'm asking for your vote.
Please vote for my dad, Elliot Pritt.
All right, welcome back. All knotted up at aught apiece. James Monroe threatening, though. They've got the ball down on the Summers County 17-yard line. And they've been moving the ball well here on the ground. And Dave and I talking during the break here. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a whole lot of on the ground from the Mavericks with that line the size that they are. First down and 10 from the 17. And here's a straight-ahead handoff to Ridgeway. And, again, he's going to pick up positive yards, about 4.5, 5 on the play. So, like I said, Gorb, I think we're going to see a lot of that maybe for the rest of the night if they can continue to get 4 or 5 a carry, as long as they don't lose their patience, Sometimes get impatient and want to throw that thing.
Right. Well, this drive, they've definitely found a little bit with Ridgeway and Carr. I think Carr's kind of been maybe just to help offset things a little bit.
All right, here we go. Second down now and about 6.5. Dowdy under center, gives it to Carr over the left side. He's got some room over there, plows forward. Now he's pushed back, but not before he gets up to about the 15 and picks up again another probably, I'm going to say, 3 or 4 yards there, and they're looking at 3rd and short now, 3rd and about 3. So, actually, right on the marker.
About 3rd and 3 is definitely 2-down territory here.
Yep.
Like I said, it'd be kind of hard to say, this will go to Ridgeway because I just went to Carr there.
Right.
But it might go back to Carr.
That's right. You don't know. 3rd down and 3. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. Here comes Dowdy up under center this time. He has Carr and Ridgeway behind him.
Hard count.
And he goes on the hard count, and I'm not sure why there wasn't a flag right there because they definitely encroached the zone as Ridgeway goes to his right. He's looking for that flag too. He gets just inside the 10. And, Gorb, I'm no official, but that's encroachment right there in high school.
Yeah, if any type of movement if any type of movement goes forward and you're already on the line, it's a penalty.
Yep.
And I've definitely seen it this year. James Monroe did the hard count. Well, I thought Summers County was going to do the hard count. James Monroe came back with it. But Summers County made it they held that wall off and they stretched Ridgeway out there and had no gain.
Right.
Or if he did, it was about half a yard. So
not much.
So
now 4th down again. We've been talking about big plays. We've had several big plays early in this game. This is no different, and it looks like James Monroe is going to take a timeout. And as they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout here on the New River Network. This is high school football on the New River Network, brought to you by Elliott Pritt for House of Delegates. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right, welcome back. James Monroe takes the timeout, gets their 4th down play prepared, and we are set to go. And here comes Dowdy up under center. He's got Ridgeway and Carr in the backfield. Gives it to Ridgeway over the left side, and he's going to get the corner, and he's going to get the end zone. Touchdown, James Monroe. Ridgeway with the 10-yard run around the end for the score, and James Monroe takes the lead 6-0. So nice run that time by Ridgeway.
And during the timeout, we kind of saw Ridgeway talking with his coaches, and maybe he's saying, hey, let me get the ball outside
Give me the ball,
Give me the ball outside, and the play hit there. They flipped the formation.
Yep. Owen Jackson said to attempt the extra point. Snap is back. It's good. Kick is up, and it is good. So, with just a minute or so to go, left in the let me check that one more time.
Just say,
Gone in the second quarter. He's getting to the clock. We'll tell you how long. 9:39 to go in the second half. So, James Monroe takes the early lead, 7-0, and Gore, that was a pretty nice drive, and they look like they found some things with that run to take advantage of it. And even when Dowdy goes back to throw, it looks to me like he's looking to take off with it pretty quick, and he's a good back there himself. That was just an impressive drive by the Mavericks.
Yeah, they got Brady Carr involved on that drive, and he ended up with 28 yards. On that drive alone on 6 carries. Ridgeway's up to 54 on that last carry on 10 carries, giving him how many touchdowns does he have now?
That makes him 14.
14 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah.
But like you said, Dowdy, he drops back, and he's already picked up close to 15 yards. He's only thrown a couple times. But like I said, they kind of found something on that drive, and I think it was just kind of getting Carr involved.
Right. Yeah, because it seemed like at the beginning of the game, Ridgeway was the only one going to touch the ball, and Carr got involved that time and had some nice runs.
Well, they kind of went to the wing T formation there, too.
Right.
The first drive, they were in doubles, twins to both sides, trying to spread it out.
Yep.
They have a kickoff out of bounds here.
Jackson kicks it out of bounds, so Summers County will get it. They get it up on the 30?
35-yard line.
35. So that was a 5, 10, 13 play drive by the Mavericks. 6 minutes and 36 seconds they ate up on the clock. They went 73 yards. So 13 plays, 73 yards. Nice drive by the Mavericks. They kick it off. They kick it out of bounds. Summers County with good starting field position. They'll start on their own 35. 9:39 to go in the first half of play.
Coach Evans comes out here with this doubles to both sides formation, shotgun.
Yep. They give the handoff to Atkins, and he's not going to get much, if any at all, as he tries to push forward, but that right side closed down quick. No gain on the play.
Yeah, so he tried that fake jet motion, trying to get their eyes to move a little bit and bring the running back to the opposite side. And once again, James Monroe has snuffed that pretty well.
Yep. All right, Summers County in the huddle now. No gain on that first play. 2nd down and 10 for the Bobcats. We'll see who he's.
His trips out here to the left side.
Yep. And I think he still has, and I'm not sure if that's Dotson. I believe that might still be Dotson at quarterback. No. And throws it out into the flat, and nice defensive play out there by Hayden Parker as he sniffed that play out, and it goes for a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 3rd down now and 12 for Summers County. So he sniffed that play out well and shut it down.
Yeah, the kid made a play. We had bubble out here, or a bubble screen out here, and I think maybe they kind of just lined up a little bit too far because you want to get that ball and try to get it outside.
Right.
And they were completely on one hash, and the bubble pass got to this hash.
Right.
I need to kind of slow myself down a little bit.
Yeah. Isaac is quarterback. He's under center. Takes the snap and gives the handoff over the right side to Drake Cole. Cole did gain positive yards, but it's not going to be near enough as he gets it up about the back to the 33. So it brings up 4th and 12 for James Monroe. So that drive went backwards. 3 plays, -2 yards. And Testerman gets the punt away. Hits it about the 35, down inside the 30 to the 25. Still rolling down to the 22-yard line. So James Monroe will have it there. Start this 4th possession of the game for them at the 22-yard line with 7:22 to go here in your first half of play. The Mavericks lead it 7-0. We'll be back after these messages. All right, that was a short break right there, Gorb, as James Monroe gets set to start this fourth drive of the night for them. And they started on the 22-yard line, and that was Dowdy with it around the right side, and he picks up a few before he gets knocked out of bounds. Up around the 26. So we'll give him 4 on that play. Be 2nd down and 6 for James Monroe. We was talking about that offensive line for James Monroe. We're looking across there. Tackle Jackson Phipps, or rather guard, 6'2", 201. Jacob Hall, he is 5'10", 235. Gavin French, check that. Ashton Evans, 5'10", 209. Jeffrey Jones, 6'4", 293. Jacob Prophet, 5'10", 271. That's some big old boys. And here comes Ridgeway with it over the left side. Going to lose a yard or two right there. He goes back to about the 25, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Again, good job by the Summers County defense. They need to get a hold here, get the ball back.
Yeah, they went back to the wing T formation there, and that was kind of like a buck toss. That was kind of what I was telling you before. Kind of comes in motion right before the formation, or right before the snap, but he comes lateral and not up, so it's legal.
Right.
And Summers County did a good job of stretching it out to the sidelines.
Right. All right, 3rd down and 7 for the Mavericks. Dowdy under center. Drops, rolls to his right. Now he sprints it out. He's looking, still has time. Now he cranks back and throws it. And it is intercepted. And again, nice play by Summers County defensive back Ryan Oliveros as he intercepts that ill-advised pass from Leighton Dowdy. I'm not sure why he threw it. I think he might have been trying to throw it out of bounds. And he just was trying to make it look like he wasn't, and he just got a little bit too far in play.
Right. The ball kind of came out kind of funky there a little bit too. But that was an example of what I'm saying, stretching the play.
Right.
They stretched him to the sideline, and the more it takes, the less the play is going to get developed there. And things didn't go good there for James Monroe. And Summers County has a good chance here to put something together here as they have the ball on the other side of the field.
A big break here for Summers County. Great opportunity for them. Try to get it down and get him a score. Summers County takes a timeout. I think Coach Evans wants to stress to him how important this drive is. Let's get this thing going. You got to start blocking, and let's move to football.
Well, I was wondering, he kind of came back out in that spread formation there, and he did do a wing T formation on 3rd down. I'm wondering if he thinks he has to spread it out to get this box widened. Just because of the size of James Monroe.
Right. Yeah, I would have to think that he thinks he's probably going to have to get wide and probably going to start running the ball around those ends a little bit, trying to get some people to get some corners. And I think that's probably what he's thinking, probably what he's talking about. He said, hey, we got to execute right here. We got good field position. We got a great opportunity. Let's not screw it up. Let's get busy here.
I just say he's yelling at somebody right now. We see. Yep.
All right, so Summers County has it. They've got the ball on the James Monroe 37-yard line.
He's coming out in the wing T here.
Yep. It's a good opportunity for the Bobcats. This time it's Isaac under center. He takes the ball, gives it off to Drake Cole, and he slung down probably again for another loss. I might have lost a couple on that play. So Drake Cole goes backwards. So the last 4 plays from scrimmage for Summers County have resulted in negative yards. Isaac comes back out after he gets the call from the coach. And I think Gorba's strategy there is they're thinking if they can run those little slants and quicks on the inside, they may be able to get by these big linemen, but that's not working.
Well, here's a new this is the double wing. Coming in rocket, trying to get the ball outside, but they're stretching the play. He found a little bit of a hole there.
Stretched it out. He come back a little bit. Not a bad run by Cole. At least he got positive yards that time. He gets it back up to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit beyond. Brings up 3rd down now, about 9.5 for the Bobcats.
Third and 9. You would think maybe this is a passing situation, but Coach Evans might be like, hey, let's go get 5-6 yards on this play. And see what we can do on 4th down here.
Yep.
As we're back here in the regular wing T formation.
Isaac under center, sends a man in motion right to the left, and he pitches it out there. That man, Willie Dotson, looking for some room. And again, another great defensive play by James Monroe. That time it looked like Eli Allen coming up for the stop. Eli Allen, of course, one of their leaders on defense, and you can see why after that play. That was a nice physical football play by Allen. And drops him for a little bit of a loss, brings up 4th down now and 9.
Yeah, so that was a little bit different. That was rocket motion behind everything. That's what I call rocket, but that came away from the tight end. And Coach Moneypenny calls that missile.
Okay.
Actually.
All right. All right, so here they are back in their wing tee.
Shotgun here.
Shotgun
so
snap.
that's rocket right there, Coach.
Yep. Isaac fakes the handoff, looking for somebody to throw to. Now airs up and throws it, and it is intercepted by James Monroe. Let's see who has it. And it is intercepted by Chase Boggs. And again, ill-advised pass that time by Isaac. Of course, you can say that after it's intercepted, but 4:09 to go here in the first half. But, he just kind of lost track of where everybody was at and just let it go. And not a good pass.
Yeah, Summers County's just struggling to get anything going right now.
Yep.
If their defense can hold them right here, they do get the ball at the second half.
Right, right. All right, so this drive starting on about the 24. Direct snap. I'm not sure who that was that took it.
I think it was Dowdy, wasn't it?
Yep, Dowdy on the carry. So it's he probably lost about a yard on that.
Yeah.
Gorb, I think, 5, 10, 15, 20. The ball's on about the 24, I believe. Brings up second down now and 10 for James Monroe. Clock continues to roll. Down under 4 minutes to go here in the second half. All right, this time Ridgeway back in the shotgun formation. Man in motion left to right. This Ridgeway's just going to keep it himself. Nice play that time by interior lineman for Summers County.
So they brought the rocket, fake that pitch, and the run, and the quarterback tried to run up underneath it, but Summers County stayed their lanes and made a good tackle there.
Yep, Bryce Taylor with the tackle, defensive guard, shot through and took Ridgeway out, and ball still resting on about the 25. And James Monroe, being very deliberate right here. They're not in any hurry. I think they're happy to go in 7-0. Like I said, they got that good defense. Summers County not able to do anything offensively, so they're just taking their time and not going to do anything crazy here, I'm sure.
Right. Well, we got a timeout here by James Monroe.
All right.
But I think you're right, Coach. Except for that one drive, I think they're confident in their defense right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that. I think they know the defense can hold. All right, timeout for James Monroe. We'll come back here in just a moment, and they'll be running this third down play. They'll have 3rd and 10 from their own 25. Stay with us. We'll be back here on the New River Network. All right, James Monroe out of the timeout. Let's see what they come up with here on 3rd and 10. Again, not sure about the time. I'm guesstimating in the 2-minute, 20-second range.
Well, here we are back down in the wing T formation.
And he's going to throw out of it. He rolls to his left, cocks, and fires. He has a man.
Complete,
and let's see what they call. They call it complete. So that is good for a first down.
I'd say that's Mr. Allen right there.
Yep, big, tall, lanky guy. Eli Allen, 6'3", 170 pounds. Nice catch there for the first down for James Monroe. Picks up about 11 on that play, and they needed 10. So it gives them a 1st and 10. Ball on the 35. This time they give to Ridgeway over the right side, and he's snowed under again. Another good play by the interior line of Summers. Tyson Atkins coming up from that linebacker spot, making the stop there. So good job by Summers County. Ball still on the 35. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
So Summers County did a good job of walling the wall up. It kind of just junking it up and got the offside defenders in there to make that play for them.
All right, 2nd down. James Monroe back up to the line. Dowdy going from the shotgun this time. Drops to throw. Throwing deep. Got a man again out there, and that is Carr, and it looks like he's going to go to the house with it. Touchdown, James Monroe. Pass from Dowdy to Carr, and that pass covered 65 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, Carr got behind the defense there. They came out, it seemed like before the timeout that they were just going to try to get to the halftime.
Yep.
After that timeout, they got aggressive, got into the passing game, and like I just said, Carr got behind the defense there and was wide open. 65 yards, yes. James Monroe is here for the PAT.
Yep, point after attempt by Jackson. Snap's good. Kick is up, and it's good. So James Monroe extends their lead to 14-0 on the big pass play from Dowdy to Carr. 1 minute, 44 seconds to go in the first half. We'll be back.
And we're back here live on the New River Network. James Monroe just took the lead 14-0 over Summers County as they're getting ready to kick off. Owen Jackson, 6'2", senior for the Mavericks. And the kick will roll out of bounds the second time tonight, and Summers County is going to get the ball starting at the 35-yard line here with a minute 44 left here in the first half.
Tell you what, Gorb, it's like James Monroe just kind of lured Summers County to sleep right there with running the football, and they were just running at will, and then boom, they pop up and throw the long pass. I think it caught Summers County sleeping there a little bit.
A little bit, like I said, before the timeout, it looked like they were just going to try to get to halftime, and then boom,
right.
Like you said, they came out passing. Here we go. He's bringing the jet motion. They're giving it to the jet this time, and looks like we're going to have
a false start there before the play got going. Like they had a little something there too. So it brings up 1st and 15. And now if you're Summers County, I know you're behind the 8 ball, but do you want to do something here and risk giving them another opportunity to score? I don't think so. That would almost be a little too much to overcome.
Well, it's kind of tough sledding already. I mean, one back has 4 yards, another back has 3 yards, another back has 7 yards. They haven't really gotten anything going yet.
Right. Yeah, so you don't want to do anything crazy, I don't think, here. I think James Monroe may have one timeout, so you can eat the clock up. You can still run offense and run plays, and that's what they did right there with Drake Cole. He gets ahead for a gain of about 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12 now, and James Monroe not going to take a timeout, and Summers County not going to be in a hurry, I don't think.
Now, I think maybe, like, Coach Evans thinking, hey, we're going to get the ball at the half.
Yep.
And you never know. They might hit a run here.
That's right. You never
right
know.
here before half.
Yep. You break one, and get a long run. Then you might start considering using some of those timeouts and then maybe putting the ball up in the air a little bit. But right now, I think you just run it and let that clock go, see what happens. You just don't want to give James Monroe the ball back. Clock under a minute. Isaac gives the handoff straight ahead and try to get a number on the running back right there. I think that's Cole again.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cole or possibly Tyson Atkins, I believe, may have been who it was. He gets it back to the original line of scrimmage. So they'll bring up third down now and 10 for Summers County. Clock continuing to wind. And I don't have a view of the play clock, so I don't know.
Well, it looked like it seemed like they probably took it down close to the end of the play clock there. We're probably around 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
So Isaac gets a call in from the sideline. They hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Sure they are watching that play clock now.
Back in the regular wing T formation here.
Yep. Motion man.
There's the missile.
Is Dotson. He gets the pitch, and he's going to be snowed under and thrown to the ground. That time by Jacob Profit, 5'10", 271-pound senior, and he said no way. And that's going to be the last play of the first half. Pretty good first half it was. You're watching high school football on the New River Network. James Monroe leads it 14-0 over Summers County. We're going to take some time out here and get some stats figured up. We'll come back here right before halftime ends and get you some statistics and get you all set for second half action. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Greg Christian, Dave Gorby. We're coming to you live from the Mystery Hole out on the Gatewood Road. Stay with us. We'll be back, everybody.
Hello, I'm Elliot Pritt, and I'm running for the House of Delegates. I'm an Air Force veteran, a married father of 3, and a teacher. The people of the 50th Delegate District deserve a delegate who is qualified, experienced, and who actually knows what it's like to put in a hard day's work. I don't make political promises, but I do promise I will always be available to you. I'm Elliot Pritt, and I'm asking for your vote.
Please vote for my dad, Elliot Pritt.
their second selection tonight, the band will be playing The Monster Stage by Jack Marshall and arranged by Paul James. Third and final selection this evening will be Thriller, performed by the artist Michael Jackson and arranged by Paul Murphy.
Hello, I'm Elliot Pritt, and I'm running for the House of Delegates. I'm an Air Force veteran, a married father of 3, and a teacher. The people of the 50th Delegate District deserve a delegate who is qualified, experienced, and who actually knows what it's like to put in a hard day's work. I don't make political promises, but I do promise I will always be available to you. I'm Elliot Pritt, and I'm asking for your vote.
Please vote for my dad, Elliot Pritt.
Welcome back to the New River Network's coverage of high school football. We got the James Monroe Mavericks, Summers County Bobcats, and we got halftime right now with the Mavericks leading it 14-0. Gord, we got scores from around the state. We thought we would try to run through some of those. If you want me to, I'll do the triple A, and then you can hit the double A's.
Okay, sounds good.
And triple A, Princeton leading Parkersburg South. Coach Princeton playing some football, and we had Princeton on the ropes. Couldn't finish them off. They lead Parkersburg South 21-14. Hurricane and Huntington 14-7. So depending on who wins that game, and if Princeton beats Parkersburg South, like you said, be a new number one in AAA. Martinsburg and Bishop Ireton, Virginia, they play tomorrow. Spring Valley 43-0 over St. Albans. Halftime, Bridgeport 49-14 over Lincoln. Bridgeport number 6. Lincoln number 8, and Lincoln 8 in AA. GW, Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson leads at 7-6 at halftime. Musselman 35-13 over Parkersburg. Jefferson 21-11 over Washington. Morgantown 2017 over Lindsley. West Virginia, the Cadets at halftime. William Park 42-10 over John Marshall in the second quarter. Cabell Midland leads Riverside 21-0. That game's at half. University and Spring Mills, 21-7. University leads it. Hedgesville, 42-0 over Hampshire. Buckhannon Upshur, 27-0 over Elkins. South Charleston Capital, 21-7. Capital with the lead, 13-0. Greenbrier East over Lincoln County, closer than what we thought it was, but it's only listed in the first quarter. Of course, Coach down there, when they send out a text, it probably takes it an hour or two to get all the way up here. So we don't know if it's the first quarter or not. 13-0, Greenbrier East leads it. And Brooke over Preston at halftime, 14-0. If you want to take the double-A scores now.
All right, starting with number 2, Roane County is up 43-0 over Oak Glen. Number 3, Winfield, 21-0 over Point. Scott leads Nitro 41-0 in the second quarter. Frankfurt's up 19-0 on Kaiser. That's a big rival game right there at halftime.
Yep.
The Mineral Bowl, it might be what the name of it is. North Marion leads Liberty Harrison 28-0. Clay County and Braxton County still 0-0 in the first quarter. Then Fairmont Senior is over East Fairmont 14-7. Another big rival game. That's a 9. They're both number 9 in Double-A. Herbert Hoover is leading Logan 35-14. Nicholas County 44-0 over Pikeview. Lewis County's up 28-14 over Grafton. No score yet in the Wyoming East and Liberty Raleigh game. That's in the first quarter. Wayne is beating Polka 7-6 at halftime. Robert C. Byrd 27, Philip Barber 6 halftime. Still 0-0 in the West Side and Sissonville game.
All right, in single A, and I'm not sure what happened here. Williamstown and Magnolia canceled out. I don't know if the flu bugs got them. I know the flu's been going around quite a bit.
Yes, Flu A.
Yep, might be a flu problem over there. We don't know. Cameron, 20-12 over Pendleton County. Cameron, number 3 in single A. Tucker and South Harrison, the 14th seed are ranked. South Harrison, they lead at 30-6 over Tucker County, who is number 3. Wahama, number 5, they are 61-0 over Buffalo. That game's at halftime. I'm sure that second half is going to go by mighty fast. Greenbrier West leads Moorfield 27-0. West ranked number 7. Tug Valley and Van, no score first quarter. Again, time the text messages gets out, it's a day later. Chapmanville and Man 14-0. Chapmanville leads that one. Tigers Valley, Doddridge County up 27-0. They're ranked 10th in single A. St. Mary's tied for 10th. They trail Tyler Consolidated 21-7. Petersburg, number 12 team in single A over East Hardy, 20-17 at halftime. Good ball game there. East Hardy is 12. Petersburg, they're tied with them at 12. Webster County, Montcalm, that's games listed in the first quarter. Montcalm 8-1 on the season. We don't know for sure what the score of that one is. I'm sure it's after the first quarter. We just haven't got any word in on it yet. Clay Battelle 41-0 over 100. Gilmore County and Meadowbridge, no score in that one. And that game is in the second quarter. Madonna 40-0 over Trinity and Morgantown at halftime. Mount View, Mingo Central, that's listed in the first quarter 0-0. Midland Trail, they lead Pocahontas 14-7 at halftime. Calhoun County, Ritchie County, no score in that one at halftime. Richwood and Riverview, no score there at half. Payne City, Valley Wetzel, same deal, no score. Work County 48-0 over Sherman at the half. So that's going to do it for the scores around the state for our game here. James Monroe and Summers County. James Monroe leads at 14-0 at half. And Gorb, pretty much a defensively dominated game by James Monroe, and then a couple big plays for him to get this lead out to 14-0.
Well, they had that real nice drive. You said it was 13 plays, and then they had that long pass play. It looked like they were just going to half, and then after the timeout, they came out throwing the ball and got up 2 scores on Summers County. In Summers County, Josh Evans is trying to find something that would work, and they really haven't gelled yet on offense.
Right. Yeah, they're struggling. Just can't get anything going.
Reading into that Williamstown's number 1 right now. James Monroe was probably looking at that not that they were going to lose, but this whole thing's about math.
Right.
And obviously, right now, Williamstown has more points, but if they're not going to if they're not playing that game, their rating's going to stay the same. So James Monroe has to catch that rating, and I don't know if they can catch that rating now. That's a big development right now.
Yeah, it's hard to say because they may not get enough points here. I don't know, and I don't know all the configurations with the points and how it all figures out. But yeah, that could be problematic. That might be tough for James Monroe to move up, but I'm sure they're fine with number 2.
Well, they're worried about themselves, but but there's a few of them. Probably was one that number 1 ranking.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
But I was just kind of reading it's kind of I don't know if it's the flu, but it's kind of a numbers situation on the Magnolia side
Yep.
is what it's looking like.
I kind of thought that might have been the issue because, like I said, the flu's been going around. Numbers probably down a little bit for them. And they just couldn't do it. And I get it. I know Williamstown probably hated it, but I'm sure they understood too. It's just the way it goes. We've already experienced COVID, so we know what that's like to have to cancel games last minute and that sort of thing. And from what I'm hearing, I'm not involved in the school system in any way, but I've heard that a lot of flu going around, a lot of schools considering shutting down for a while, here before Thanksgiving, let it clear out a little bit. I don't know what the answer is, a lot of people say, well, it didn't work during the COVID, but you don't know how bad it could have been had you not shut them down a little bit. So, I think you err on the side of caution and probably a good move by these guys. The big play, of course, James Monroe. They were running the ball, then suddenly Leighton Dowdy steps back and he drops a bomb out there to Brady Carr, and Carr took it 64 yards for the touchdown. And I tell you what, Dave, and I'm no football guru, but I can watch and I can see what's going on. This James Monroe defense, and I'm just going to lay it out there, I'd be surprised if they give up 14 points in the second half.
Well, we're talking about points.
Right.
And I only have Summers County with 13 total yards.
Yeah.
And that's out of 17 plays.
Right.
So they're not even averaging 1 yard a play.
Yeah, so you look at this and you think, what chance do they have? They've got to find something to work on offense. I mean, and James Monroe's this is no surprise. Their defense, they've played 9 games. They've given up 41 points this season, so they don't give up many points.
Right. And what I was alluding to, I think he wants to run his regular stuff, but I don't think he may not be able to just because – James Monroe, we're not there, but just seeing it on the screen, they're bigger than Summers County.
Oh yeah, they're huge, and you can just tell the difference. And the defensive line for James Monroe just really manhandling Summers' offensive line, and they can't even get a play going. They can't get anything positive going, and that's a must. They got to hear this first drive in this second half. They got to get it going. James Monroe will be kicking off to them, and we'll see what they can do with it. So the teams are taking the field after the timeout. Giving Blankenship a little hassle about not showing up tonight. He was a no-show. He's supposed to be here to help us.
Oh.
All right. Owen Jackson set to kick it off for James Monroe. Meets it at the 40, and he kicks a squib kick. And low to the ground. Picked up there on the 15 by, looks like, I'm guessing, Drake Cole, I think.
Yeah,
Drake Cole with a nice return. And he gets it back up to about the 28, 29-yard line. That's where they'll start this first drive. So got to get something going here.
Huddle here. Looks like he's in a shotgun double wing formation.
Yep. Got Cole to his right. Oliveros to his left, and he drops the throw, and he just heaves it out of bounds. And the pressure come, and he just let it fly. Smart play there by Isaac to get rid of the football as he was under pressure and going down. That's another thing. They haven't really had time to throw the ball because the pressure comes too quick. And then, when they try the quick passes, the defensive backs for James Monroe are so good and so quick, they're making the stop for a loss or a little no gain. So it's really limited, anything Summers can do right now. All right, now the huddle again, second down now and 10. Getting the ball resting right at the 29.5-yard line. This time Isaac is in the shotgun, takes the snap, spin handoff, a little bit of a reverse handoff, and a pretty good gain that time, up to about the 35, so pickup of 6.
That was that. They brought that rocket motion and gave it to the running back up underneath of it.
Yep. So Tyson Atkins, he picks up 6 on that play. Bring up third down now and about 4. It's going to be a short 4, long 3, we'll call it.
And now he's under center, back in the wing T formation here.
Yep. Surveys the defense. James Monroe with a bunch of people up in the box. and they try the inside handoff, and again, the James Monroe defense, well, he breaks the tackle, and he's still going forward, and he's got enough for the first down. Excellent run by Drake Cole that time as he was bottled up, but we got a flag, and we got a holding penalty on Summers County. Tough break for the Bobcat offense. Beautiful run that time by Drake Cole. He got hit at the line of scrimmage, broke a tackle, he got hit again, then he just pushed the whole line forward. Picked up more than enough for the first down. He picked up about 8 on the play. Big positive gain, probably the largest gain for Summers all night, and it gets negated by the man in the stripes. Holding penalty. Maybe that's why he gained 8.
Yeah, so they faked the buck there and brought the counter back. Usually the counter in the buck series is crisscross. Well, the crisscross is that double handoff.
Right.
But he brought a down counter, it looked like, on that.
All right, empty backfield set this time. Isaac drops. Now he goes forward. He's going to try to run it. Nice move there. Gets around the corner and dives for the first down marker. I don't know that he made it, but he's going to be
3 yards
close.
short there.
Yep, he's going to be short. Nice effort by Isaac that time. Got flushed out of the pocket. It looked like a kind of a designed run as he sent 4 receivers to the right side. He dropped like he was going to throw, and then he took off, and he took off pretty quick. So I'm guessing that was a designed run and a good play. Just comes up short.
Yeah, obviously the holding penalty puts him behind the sticks. That would have been a first down.
Yep.
And that really put him behind the sticks. I had 13 yards on that carry, and now we have 4th down.
Yep.
And maybe if it was 4th and 1, he would think about
Right.
going for it. But it's a little bit. It's about 4th and 4 here.
Yeah, and that's a tough 4 yards against this defense. These guys, like I said, they're huge and quick, and what a good defense. And here's the punt. Nice punt. Lands at about the 35, trickles down to the 31, and that's where it's going to be downed. And it's down there by Summers County, and James Monroe will have it for their first attempt here in this second half. And again, if we get a shot of the clock there, we give you a time. That possession didn't last too long. 14-0, James Monroe leads it. Leighton Downey brings them out of the huddle. Ball resting on the 30 and a half-yard line. Shotgun formation by Dowdy. Got Ridgeway behind him. He gives it to Ridgeway. He's picking around for a hole. Finally finds it. Gets ahead for about 6 on that first play. Gets it up to the 37. So a nice pickup there by Ridgeway. Brings up 2nd down and 4 for the Mavericks. Dowdy under center this time. And they're going to run that sweep to Ridgeway, and I think Ridgeway might have started just a little too soon. Yep, false start on James Monroe. So
A little bit forward. That he came a little bit forward there. That's why I've been saying he hasn't been doing that. He's been coming lateral, and that time it looked like he just came slightly forward there.
Yep. Yep, and that's the procedure call. So that'll bring up second now. That negates his 6-yard gain, about most of it anyway.
Yeah, so go back to 2nd and 9 here.
Yep. 2nd down 9. So, Summers County's defense has actually played very well tonight. I know they trail 14-0.
Well, if you take that big play away, it's 7-0.
Right.
But unfortunately, that's not how it went. And
that's right. If you could take that play away, it would be different. But if a frog had pockets, he'd carry rocks around, keep snakes off of him.
Here comes a little counter play.
Kind of reverse their little option play inside. And here goes James Monroe with Hayden Parker strutting it down the field to the 15 and brought down at about the 11. Actually, that was Chase Boggs. And Boggs rolled it down, and he gets tackled just right outside the 10. So big gainer for Boggs, as he picks up about 50 on that one.
Maybe a little bit more than that. I think it was close to 60 there.
He was on they started to drive.
32. They were on the 32-yard line.
Yep, down to the 10. Mm-hmm. So about 58 yards.
58-yard carry right there for
Good
Boggs.
job, yeah.
Something that he's been that wing spot right there the whole game. He hasn't carried the ball, but that was their one counter play.
Yep.
That they haven't really done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice counter play. All right. Dowdy under center gives it over the left side. To Carr. He fights. He loses the football, but I believe they've ruled him down. Gets it down to about the 6. So pick up a 4 for Carr. bring up second down.
Here we
and
go.
got a flag, and this
He
time,
he points right at.
yep, and that was at.
He's talking to Ridgeway.
Yep.
And
He pointed at James Allen, and then I think James Allen's who. Yep, James Allen taps himself on the chest. My bad. Unsportsmanlike conduct. He must have been talking to the officials, saying some niceties. Nice shirt, ref. I like your stripes.
now they got reset. They were looking at probably a 2nd and 6
Yep.
to go, and
Yep.
now here it probably 21 to go
Yep.
here
Backs him
now.
up 15. Yep. That's the second unsportsmanlike on James Monroe.
Allen splits out there.
Dowdy under center. And he pitches it out to Ridgeway. He's at the 20 and gets cut down there about the 18, 19-yard line.
There. A yard.
Got a little bit of a gain, but not much. About a yard and a half. So that penalty right now playing big.
Yeah, third down.
Because basically they were first and goal basically because they were right on the 10. I think they could have got a first.
Right. Brady Carr took them down to
Right.
the 6-yard line there,
Right.
and then this backs them up out of the 20. I
Right.
mean, I don't know. Owen has just he's kicked well on the PATs, but I
Right.
don't know if he's a guy they go to
Right.
on regular field goals.
Right.
And obviously that's a little bit different situation there on the 20 compared to
Right.
being down almost on the 5-yard line.
And that is a to-go play. Here we drop back to throw
Oh,
it Dowdy,
wow.
and almost intercepted back there in the backfield. That time it was Willie Dotson who got his hands on it and had a chance to intercept it. That would have been huge. That penalty would have really showed out if that would have happened. But
Got another.
we got another flag or what we got
Or
going
no.
on. 4th down now on goal. And let's see what Coach James Monroe coaches decide to do here. As you said, we don't know if Owen Jackson is a field goal kicker or just an extra point man. John Mustaine, the head coach of James Monroe.
Well, they're in the regular huddle here,
Yep,
so
it looks like they're going to go for it. 4th and goal. Ball on right on the 20.
it's like they have two, but they have a third guy. They have Ridgeway right here on the split, and they're going on a wheel round, it looks like.
Yep. Dowdy flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have to run with it. And Summers kind of closes on him, and they knock him out of bounds.
8.
About the 8-yard line, so that's going to do it for the Summers County drive. After the big penalty, unable to capitalize on the Boggs run.
So it looked like they run, coming regular. It looked like they had doubles out to the left side, but
Right.
they really had trips with that wing.
Right.
And that was Ridgeway, their best guy.
Right.
And he probably came on. They probably had the doubles run 2 inside routes
Right.
because he ran a wheel route there,
Yep.
and obviously Summers County covered it up well.
Got a holding penalty on James Monroe. We'll see what the Summers coaches decide to do here, if they're going to take it or
I mean, that was 4th
down
down.
it. That was 4th down. They get the ball back on the 8. I mean, they may look, and it moves them back to the 30. They might look at them trying another one. I doubt it. I mean, I'd take the football if I were them, for sure. So that drive stalls out. 7:10 to go here in the third quarter. James Monroe leads it 14-0. Summers County will have the football on their own 8-yard line. Their second drive here of the second half. Isaac under center. Split backfield behind him. Sends a man in motion. And they give the straight ahead handoff to, is that Cole?
Yes, sir.
Yep, Drake Cole.
Like he had a couple there.
Yep, gets it up to about the 10, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Summers. That time they send Willie Dotson in motion. They've given it to him several times on that jet sweep.
Yeah, so that was the what we call missile, and I'm sure Coach Evans has the same terminology to that, but they brought it back with the buck
Right.
to this side.
All right, here's Isaac. Drop straight back. Pressure comes. Nobody blocked her up the middle. And he makes a positive gain out of it. Gets it up to the 16. So good job that time by Isaac. He gets it up just to be on the 15. Not quite to the 16. Pretty good job by him there. I mean, defensive lineman that time. Look for his name here. Is Jackson Phipps, and he came right up the middle untouched. Nobody blocked him at all.
So here we go. We're third down, probably a 3-yard. They got to get to the 18-yard line here.
Yep, 3rd and 3.
Let's see what he does.
Isaacs,
The same play.
Quarterback draw this time.
He's got to go, and
he
got
got it.
Yes, I think he got 4 when he needed 3.
Yep, sure did. Nice play that time. Again by Isaac. Looked like a designed quarterback draw. Not a bad play. Ball moves out now to the 20-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats.
I'm not sure. Is that their first down
I
of the
think
game?
it is their first down.
Wow. Well, you would like to have it there earlier in the game, but to come out here in the second half and finally get one, especially deep in your own territory, it's good.
And then Bobcats come to life, Gordon.
Wow.
Yeah, got their first down. They're coming alive. Isaac about to throw again. Pressure coming almost immediately. Rolls to his left, gets it out into the flat, and it's hauled in out there. Looks like Ryan Oliveros pulled it in. So a nice little gain there for about 7. So good job by Isaac. Gets that pass off to Oliveros. And this is a positive drive for Summers County. Doing some good things here.
They have something going here a little bit. The key thing is, hey, let's just get another first down.
Yep.
Just get another first down. Don't worry about this big play yet.
Right.
There's still a lot of time left, and it's only a 2-possession game.
That's right. Yeah, it's still. That's right. Good gestures. Gore's using his hands to explain things here.
Will Ferrell over here. Leash.
All right, Summers County gets everybody reset. Had people moving all over the place, and now they're reset. Isaac drops the throw. Pressure again. Closes down on him quick, and he's going to be brought down and sacked by the Summers County defense. I believe it was Ashton Evans on that sack. And that's a tough break there for Summers County. You don't want to go backwards.
I think they lost 2 there, I think.
I would say, yep.
Okay.
So Summers trying to get the passing game going a little bit here. Right. I think Coach Evans has realized running it is practically impossible.
Well, he's definitely spread them out here. That he has one over to his left, trips over to his right. So we'll see what we have dialed up here.
Yep.
He has the bubble.
Yep, through the bubble screen out there, and it's incomplete. Pass out there intended for Benjamin Lane falls incomplete, no good. So brings up 4th down now, and Summers County will have to kick it away.
And I was trying to say earlier, he threw that bubble and he was on the far hash and he tried to come outside the hash. This one was a little bit better timing. He was almost in the middle of the field and he threw it to the boundary, which gives a little bit more of a quick hitter for that bubble.
Right. Punt is away and rolls down to the 35. Looks like James Monroe is going to try to field it all the way down to about the 29. Let's see, 35, 34, about the 34. And changed his mind there at the last minute. So 4:24 to go here in the third quarter of play. James Monroe with it, 14-0. We'll be back after these breaks.
It's all good.
All right, James Monroe with the football. Ball resting on their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10.
There's that counter again.
Counter play this time inside the Ridgeway. He's got some room, makes a move, stiffs arms the defender over the 40, the 45, and knocked out. We'll see where they mark him, but a nice play for James Monroe right there. And, again, that's that same
44-yard line.
Yep.
Where were they at?
34, pick up a 10.
No, 44 on Summers County side.
Their own 34, right, you're right, yep. So 16 to the 50, and then 16 more, is that right?
No, 6 more.
6 more.
22 yards on the pickup.
Okay. Yeah, they're on the 34, yep. It'll be 6 yards to, yep. Hand off straight ahead this time to Carr. He just lowers his head and plows down.
You got 7 there.
Yep, gets down to about the 24-yard line. So 2 quick, big plays. I said the 24. I meant the 34. 2 big plays for Summers County. And they are threatening again.
Second and 1 here. Same play.
Yep. Same play to Carr, and he barrels forward and
First down.
got the first down. He's down to, about the 31, I think.
Yeah.
Heard that refreshing glass of Kool-Aid I'm drinking. And you with a Coke. Maybe we can get Coke to sponsor us.
That'd be a pretty nice sponsor
Yes, it
right there,
would.
Coca-Cola.
Yes, it would. Or maybe we could get Kool-Aid to sponsor us.
Oh, yeah.
Or Jesse James. All right, here we go. Dowdy under center. Ridgeway and Carr behind him. They give it to Ridgeway, led by Carr blocking. Breaks the tackle and still running and gets it up.
5.
Yep, over the, let's say the 25. I'm having trouble with my downs here.
I'll tell you what, they just picked up the first down, so they're going to have 2nd and 5 here,
Right.
Coach. The impressive thing is that's Ridgeway's 17th carry of the night, and we're not at the end of the third quarter
Right,
yet.
right.
So,
Yeah, he's been the horse. That's so far. Yep. Been their go-to guy, but I'm gonna tell you what, Carr is no slouch in his own right.
no.
Both
All
good
right,
running backs.
All right, they spread it out here.
Dowdy rolling to his right, and he's just gonna keep it and run forward. And I believe he got the first down. Flag comes in late. Could have been a face mask. We'll see what the call is.
It was a little bit ahead of the play. It may have been a hold on one of the receivers. That was obviously a run call.
Right. James Monroe already walking back, so it must be against him. You're
Yeah.
right. There was a holding penalty against James Monroe. That negates that play. Negates the first down.
It's just when the receivers are in the open field.
Yep.
Yeah, like you say, you can always call holds on linemen,
Right.
but they're down in the box, and you just don't really call that. You call it, but you don't really call it.
Right.
But when you get players in the open field like that, it's kind of more obvious.
Yep, and that was pretty clear. He came in quick and made the call, and James Monroe walked back quickly. They knew. So get a replay of that down. That negates a nice run by Dowdy and brings up 2nd down now at about 10.
Yeah, so it was a 10-yard penalty, but the penalty happened to be on the first down,
Right,
so they
right.
brought it. So they did it from the mark
Yep.
of the foul.
Here's Boggs around the left side looking for room. He splits the gap, but he's finally grabbed and he let go of him. Unbelievable there. And the coach is letting him have it just a little bit.
And
but
we have another flag.
Yep, looks like Cohen McLaughlin had a hold of him and just let him go. Coach is onto him, but he tried to explain it to the coaches. Another flag comes down. That's going to be another holding penalty against James Monroe. So they'll mark him back 10 more. Wow.
Like I said, like the previous penalty, it's got to be see where this penalty is marked from. So it could be 2nd and 9,
Right.
but they're going to be on. They're going to pass. So
Yep.
it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 11.
And 11, yeah. So not a killer penalty, but it does negate a good play again. And there goes the old CSX locomotive rolling through. We used to talk about that that midnight train to Georgia going through it on summers when we called games over there all the time. Always a pretty cool sight. You don't see anything like that except in high school football.
This may be the first game since Mount Hope was playing since I've seen the game. I'm not at the stadium,
Right.
but seen the game live.
Actually got to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mount Hope's been closed for a while now.
Been a while.
So
All right, 1:38 to go in the third quarter. James Monroe takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout. 14-0 is your score. You're watching high school football here on the New River Network. Stay with us. All right, after the timeout, James Monroe back in the huddle. They're looking at 2nd down and 10. After a couple costly penalties, they had some good positive plays. Both penalized.
They have first downs.
First downs both times and negated for holding. So here comes Dowdy up the line again, split
I
backfield.
wonder if this is going to be Carr. Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Going to throw it. He's got a man to his right. He's looking to his right. Drops it out there in the flat to Ridgeway. He's fighting forward.
He carries the
Done
guy.
a nice job there. He got met right after the catch, but kept those legs churning. And you know what happens when you keep churning? You get some butter. So he got some butter right there.
Yeah, he looked like it was only going to be a yard, maybe even the line of scrimmage, and he got it out there about 5 yards for him.
Yep, sure did. Brings up 3rd down now, and I'm sure you're in 2-down territory again. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 for the Mavericks. Clock continuing to roll. We're getting late into the 3rd quarter. It's just about over.
Here's a counter.
The inside counter to Carr. And I'm not sure why, but he cut it back into the left side. If it had kept going to his right, it looks like he had lots of room out there.
So that was a different spot. You know, we've seen Carr in that fullback spot.
Right.
There he was at the wingback spot to get that counter.
Yep. And he picked up
the first down. Yeah, I think he picked up about 7 yards there.
Yep.
Which puts him above 50 yards now. I have him with 51 in the ball game. 11 carries.
Yep. Oh, that's a 19. Dowdy under center again, split backfield.
Carr's back in that fullback spot.
Yep.
And they give it to him.
And give it to Carr over the left side. He's got some room, closes down, but he gets a good positive gain. And here comes the flag.
Another one.
And the official had just warned the receiver. I saw him warning him out there, and I think, again, that might be, if I'm not mistaken, that might be Eli Allen. I'm not sure. But the official had just warned him the last play. I saw it for a little bit extracurricular there, slinging the guy down to the ground. That time, well after the play was over, he just continued to block and to push him. And the official said, I done told you once, I'm calling the flag on you this time. Waiting for the signal from the official, and they get their spot ready.
See if it's got to be a personal foul or unsportsmanlike.
Dead ball.
Oh, it's against Summers County.
Against Summers, so he must have slammed him down. And I saw him warn him out there before. Apparently he was warning the defensive back. But I thought sure they might have got Allen on that one because he acted guilty. But he wasn't. So good for him. The automatic first down now.
Inside the 10-yard line.
Inside the 10. So we're looking at 1st and goal now for the Mavericks. Coach, that official threw that flag so high it was wet when it came back down.
Yeah. So the Carr's back in the wingback spot.
Yep. Dowdy, he gives it to Ridgeway. He cuts it back up the middle, and he goes
Touchdown.
Into the end zone for the touchdown. James Monroe with another score late here in the 3rd quarter. And, man, that was a drive. It took forever, but wasn't that many plays in it. I got it for 7 plays.
Well, you had a couple. You had a few penalties there to negate the plays.
Right.
But that's a second touchdown for Ridgeway, and he's just short of 100 yards for the ball game.
Yeah.
With 93 right now.
Yep. So he's clearly over 1,000 for the season. Getting close to 1,100 now. Jackson on for the extra point. Snap is back. It's good. Kick is up, and it is good. So the James Monroe Mavericks with an impressive drive that time with 3.8 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They eat up 4 minutes and 35 seconds on that 6-play drive, and it results in a touchdown run by Ridgeway. And the Mavericks take a 21-0 lead. And, Gorb, I'll be honest with you, I don't know that that's going to be they will have the ability to overcome that.
Well, we've kind of already talked about Summers County even struggling to get a first down tonight.
Yeah.
And they had a little bit going there the last drive, but unfortunately they couldn't stop James Monroe on this past drive as they're up 3 scores with basically a quarter to go.
Yep. 66-yard drive there by the Mavericks. 6 plays, 4 minutes, 37 seconds results in a 7-yard run by Ridgeway. And it gives the Mavericks a 21-0 lead. And like I said, Dave, that's going to be hard to overcome right there. You just haven't had any luck, any momentum offensively moving the ball. Now, you know, as for Summers County, you have to give credit to their defense. They've held tough, you know.
Yeah, I think they've definitely.
Yeah. But when you're out on the field like that for so long against these big guys, it's hard to hold your ground.
Right.
And James Monroe, obviously, very good, very big, very physical football team. Hard to defend. Here's Jackson with the kickoff, and he kicks it high and deep this time. Hauled in down there on the 10-yard line, and that looks like, I believe it looks like Drake Cole. I'll have to look to make sure it was Drake Cole. Mm-hmm. He gets it back to about the 25, so Summers County will start the first drive of the fourth quarter from their 25-yard line with the score, James Monroe 21, Summers County 0. Get a quick break in here. We'll come back and finish up this fourth quarter action for you.
Hello.
Here on
I'm
the New River
Elliot
Network.
Pritt, and I'm running for the House of Delegates. I'm an Air Force veteran, a married father of 3, and a teacher. The people of the 50th Delegate District deserve a delegate who is qualified, experienced, and who actually knows what it's like to put in a hard day's work. I don't make political promises, but I do promise I will always be available to you. I'm Elliot Pritt, and I'm asking for your vote.
Please vote for my dad, Elliot Pritt.
All right, here we go. Summers County with the football. Got Isaac rolling right, trying to throw it, and he has no chance, no time, and he just has to toss it out of bounds. Again, Coach, whether they're trying to run it or throw it, they just don't have much time up front.
Right. Isaac tried to roll out there, and he really didn't have any time, so he just barely threw it away there.
Yeah. And, I mean, you look at, again, you look at the difference in size. You know, it's just very,
well.
very noticeable.
Coach Evans is also still dealing with a young team. I think
Oh,
he
yeah,
only has about
yeah.
four. I think he only has
they're
four or five seniors on the ball team.
Yep, very young. Mm-hmm. Here's Isaac looking to throw again. He drops it out to Oliveros, who hauls it in on the sideline, gets it up beyond the 30 to about the 32, hauls it in. Good play. Positive yards for Summers County.
Right, so that's his third reception, and I think he picked up 7 there, giving him 12 yards on the evening. And see what we can come, Coach Evans can come up with here on third down.
Yep, try to keep moving it.
Coming out in this double set formation, running back to his right.
Yep, got 2 receivers each side. Got Atkins to his right. He drops back. He decides to take off with it. And again, looked like a designed run. Didn't work that time as he loses yardage back to the 27. So that probably was a design run, but not a good design.
So fourth down comes up again for him, and it's about 4th and 8.
Yep.
So punt formation for Summers County.
Yep, they have to kick it away here and give it back to James Monroe. You know James Monroe's going to put the thing on the ground and run. Just eat up clock. Snap back. Testerman gets the kick away, and fair catch called and taken there by Boggs at the 44-yard line of James Monroe. So pretty good field position for James Monroe. Coach, I was just looking at the linemen for Summers County. You know, their offensive line, you know, the biggest guy there, 220, 6 foot 220, Bryce Taylor. You've got Christopher Thompson, 5'11", 190, Alexander Hudkins, 6'3", 210, Jonah Pugh, 5'5", 210. When you look at that and you compare that to 260, 270, 280, 300, it's hard to hold up.
Right. We're getting into the fourth quarter, and it's just, like I said, it's hard to hold up. James Monroe comes out in their wing T formation.
Yep.
Once again, they put Carr at the wing back. They came back with that counter play, and he picked up a nice 6 yards there.
Yeah, got a good 6-yard gain, and they're going to be content right now with just running the football and trying to eat that clock up. I mean, they've got a commanding lead. I don't think they're in any danger much of Summers County scoring. So they just want to eat clock right here. Hold on to the football, not do anything crazy.
Same play. Oh, they faked it.
Faked it to Carr, and now they're going to keep it himself. And here he goes over the 40, down to the 30, down to the 24-yard line before he shoved out of bounds. So nice play by Dowdy that time as he faked that inside handoff, that little crossbuck action, keeps it himself around the end, and picks up a big gainer down to the 20. We're going to call it about the 22 and a half. So nice pickup there by Dowdy. And I'm trying to figure out the yardage in my head. We'll say 38. Dowdy under center. Time a straight pitch back to Ridgeway around the right side, looking for a block. He gets a block, cuts it back to the inside, and there he goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ridgeway, James Monroe. And, Coach, we've heard of the old nail in the coffin. I think that was the railroad spike in the track. That pretty much does it.
So that brings Ridgeway's total to 115 on the night, 3 touchdowns.
Yep, so he's got 16 on the season. And what did you say his total yardage were?
115 right now.
115, so that puts him at 1,112 yards. So he's broken 1,000. Snap back for the PA, and Jackson kicks it through again. He's been perfect on the night. 28-0. James Monroe leads it. Let's get us another break in here, Gorb. Summers kind of got to get something going offensively.
Yep.
We'll be back. All righty, Owen Jackson set to kick it off for the Mavericks of James Monroe, looking to go undefeated, 10-0 on the season, and they're well on their way as they have taken a commanding 28-0 lead. Jackson boots it away, strong kick.
Oh,
and he should have let it go out of bounds, but he didn't.
Yeah,
that was Willie Dotson back there, and ideally you want to let it roll out. But he picked it up at the last second, and he stepped out on the 12. So Summers starting deep in their own territory after that miscue by Dotson. And I said the 12, and I don't know, maybe 13. Get that camera to the left a little bit, we'll be able to tell.
He got you.
Yep, that's 12. All right, here comes Summers County. Isaac under center. Man in motion, left to right. Straight ahead handoff, and I'm going to guess that's either Atkins or Cole. Have to wait till they come up out of the pile, and we'll be able to see.
Probably 33.
33, Tyson Atkins with the carry for a short gain. Brings up second down now, and I'm going to say about 8 for Summers County. Brandon Isaac gets the play in from the sideline. And, Coach, like you said, these guys are young. You look at their roster, they've got as far as their offensive skill players, they've only got 1 or 2 seniors that play these skill positions. Willie Dotson is a senior. Here's Isaac rolling to his left. He tosses it out
nice
in the flat.
completion there.
Nice pass, nice completion out to Oliveros. I think that's the way you say Oliveros is the way you say his name. He's a sophomore.
They've given to him the 31-yard line, 17-yard pickup there.
Yep. But, they've got 1, 2, what I'm counting is 4 seniors on the roster.
Well, we're just talking about Oliveros right there, and he's a sophomore, right?
Yeah. And one of those seniors is the kicker. So, they're skilled people. They're young all over the place.
Here we're going with the set, one to the left, trips to the right. There's the bubble.
And it's
And
closed
break
down
the
on
tackle.
quickly by Summers. Wow. And coming up from his defensive position is, again, Eli Allen. And, Coach, it's easy to see why Eli Allen is their leader on defense with 6 interceptions. That guy comes up and smokes people.
Right. The bubble really hasn't worked out and finally hit. And that's what kind of hit. You got to get going quick to get that missed tackle. But James Monroe still corrals the ball, and Summers County only gains 4 yards on the play.
3 receivers split to the right this time.
Throws it to the solo.
Isaac, yep. Out here to the left-hand side. Nice catch and run by Drake Cole, still breaking tackles, and he gets it down to the 46-yard line. Good job by Drake Cole right there. Nice pickup for Summers. So they're putting together a pretty impressive drive so far here as they move it out.
They're in James Monroe territory.
That's what I was going to say, in James Monroe territory on just 3 plays. So good job by James Monroe. Get down there and get us the score.
Same formation. They got trips over to the right side, running back to the left, bringing the jet.
And they give the inside handoff to Atkins. He bows forward, and he moves it up close to the 40-yard line. Picks up about 4 on that play. So Summers County with a nice drive.
Yeah, and that's a play they've kind of ran probably about 4 or 5 times, like bringing that jet motion just to try to get the eyes moving right there.
Right.
Sticking with trips over there. But as you can see, that running back's a little bit out there to make it a 4th guy. So we might see – yeah, okay.
And here comes the pressure, and here comes Isaac stepping up, and then he whips it downfield. Nice catch by Oliveros, and he cuts it over to the left, gets a block down to the 20, and finally thrown out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. So nice play that time by Isaac, and we still got blocking going on. And here comes the flag coming in, and Coach again – Eli Allen involved in that. And we get another, and Evans is going to get one himself, I think. And I think they're complaining about Eli Allen. He's done several things out there to draw attention, and so far he's been able to draw the penalties on Summers. And I think that that penalty there is going to be on Summers on number 75, Alexander Hudgens. And then I think the second penalty is going to be on Coach Evans. And he's still yelling. Not happy with the way that transpired.
See what we have.
Waiting on the call from the officials. Dead ball, personal foul, and that's on 75 on the offense. And then a unsportsmanlike
sideline
warning on Coach Evans.
So they picked up the first down here. But you got to take 15 back.
Yep. Again, tough break for Summers County. Pushes the ball back to the 32. Frustration there on the part of the Summers County team. You could see that well after the play. Still blocking hard downfield. And, again, it was on Eli Allen. Like I said, there's been a couple plays that Eli Allen's been involved in where there's some extracurricular after the play. So you don't always think it's the other guy when it involves the same player. But smart football. See who got the penalty. All right, here's Isaac in the shotgun. Again, pressure right up the middle. He has no time at all. And almost intercepted that time by number 22 out there, Ethan Gano, 5'10 senior for James Monroe. And, again, Isaac gets that snap even from the shotgun. And before he really has time to survey the field, the pressure is coming. It's almost like there's an unmanned, not blocked every time. A man who comes unblocked is what I'm trying to say.
Well, when they said like the running back was set to the left there, so it feels like the running backs he's going to be to the right. So so it seems to me that the line should be shifting left here, and the running back picking up that defensive end on the right side.
Yep, exactly. This time he does get a little bit of time. He throws it out in the flat. It's completed out there. Let's see who the receiver was. First down there. Yeah, could have possibly got it. That out there to Drake Cole, who's a very good football player. Coach, we talked a lot about him in the Meta Bridge game. Again, you talk about this Summers County team. They're young. And I think Coach Evans got something going here with these guys because they're young and they're pretty good players. And, you know, they got some good skill people. And like I said, they're all young guys.
Did pick up a first down there. We see the chains moving.
Yep.
Okay, so he's kind of switched to formation. He's doubles to both sides.
Yep. As Atkins in the backfield with Isaac, he throws it out there to Atkins. Got some room over on that right side, and he bowls his way down to the 10, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Nice play by both Isaac and Tyson Atkins that time to make that play work. So Summers County sniffing the goal line. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Nice drive being put together here by the Bobcats. We thought they were done. Coach, they've come back to life.
Right, so that was a little bit different. You know, the running back has been in the pass protection.
Right.
That time they kind of leaked him out there to the right, and Atkins kind of just went and threw, and he made a play.
Yep. Here's Isaac. Pressure comes, rolls to his left, trying to direct people.
He threw it away.
Yep,
okay.
Finally just throws it out of the end zone. Good play. Good play. No reason to do something crazy right there.
So with 5:47 left here in the fourth quarter, we're going to have a 2nd and goal situation from the 10-yard line.
Yep.
Bobcats have definitely finally put a drive together, and see if they can put it in. Coach Evans is stick with the spread formation, going trips or doubles. See what he comes up with here.
What he comes up with here. He's been successful with 2 or 3 of these things. Let's see here.
Has doubles to both sides.
Doubles to both sides. Atkins in the backfield to Isaac's right. Isaac's drops, and again, a player comes unblocked, and they're chasing him. He makes a nice move to the inside. Loses his fitting. May have been a late hit right there. Players complaining, and finally the flags come in. I don't think it was an intentional late hit, but it was a late hit nonetheless, as the lineman for James Monroe, Jacob Hall, comes sliding in, and just a little bit late. I don't think he really meant to hit him late. I think he just lost his balance and lost his footing and was going to make the play and tried to hold up but couldn't. It's going to be half a distance to the goal line. More importantly, it's going to be an automatic first down for the Bobcats.
Inside the 5-yard line.
Inside the 5. So here we go. Got it 1st and goal on about the 3.5-yard line.
Be interesting to see, you know, obviously down 4 possessions, you're just thinking about scoring. Let's score. Does he go back to his regular stuff? And here we go. It looks like he's in the wing tee formation.
Yeah, get something positive here. See what he's going to go to. Goes back to that wing tee. He's got Atkins in the backfield. Now he moves.
He might run 33. It might be 33 straight up.
Yep. Isaac under center, man in motion right to left. They give it to 33 on a quick right up the middle. And we'll see what the officials mark. Looks like
we got a free score.
We froze up here. Darren, if you're listening, the video has frozen. We got Tyson Atkins, the defender wrapped around his knees, about a yard from the goal line. We don't know if he fell in. And here we go. We're back. And it looks like the ball is spotted down on the 1-yard line. So he didn't make it. 2nd down now and goal. Actually, it's on the 3, so maybe he did. He did make it.
He did
touchdown
make it.
for the Bobcats. All right.
Good deal.
Yep. So Testerman in to kick it for Summers County.
Up.
And before the snap gets off, let's see what we got here.
Coach Evans talking to the white hat there.
They might have called a timeout. I'm not sure. May have called a timeout and calling his team over to talk to them. So Summers County able to put together a nice drive right there, Coach. And
so, yeah, I mean, it's not going to change the outcome, but you want to get those kids in the end zone. You want to kind of say, hey, at least we did this.
That's right. Give you something positive to work on.
And,
absolutely.
He's dealing with a young team, and that they have to. And you've dealt with teenagers before.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know what they're thinking.
Yep.
But you got to keep that positive attitude.
That's right. A lot of psyche involved, and you got to be positive. And you look at it, that score 28-7, 28-14 looks a whole lot better than 28-0.
Right.
And then you look at that stat sheet. They went 88 yards right there for that touchdown. That's going to boost that stat sheet up a little bit. You can look and say, hey, guys, second half we gained, 150, 180 yards. We played a lot better the second half. That's good to build on. So, yeah, very positive for Summers County. And, again, Testerman set to kick the extra point.
Back that up just a little bit.
Yep. Snap a little high, but he gets it down,
got it.
and the kick
He
is
got it.
through.
Okay.
So, Summers County Bobcats able to put together an 88-yard drive, 5:14 to go in the ball game. So I don't know how long a drive that was, Coach. I'm thinking about 5 minutes on that drive, and they knock it in for the touchdown. So good job by Summers County, 88 yards in 9 plays for their first score of the night. So good job by them, and a good job by the offense. Coach, they kept it alive. They had some penalties to overcome, unsportsmanlike, and they were able to overcome that. So that's a very positive for Summers County against an extremely good James Monroe team. I mean, Coach, you look at these guys, and they're good. They're going to go deep in these playoffs.
This is the first time I've seen single-A ball this year. I used to be all about single-A ball.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of what happens when you coach at Oak Hill.
Yep,
And,
that's right.
But James Monroe is definitely a good team. They have the size on the line, and they just don't have. I mean, I think Ridgeway's probably their guy,
Right.
But the Carr is a good.
Carr's a good one.
Good,
Allen's a good one.
Yeah, and the quarterback, Dowdy's a good
Dowdy's a
one.
good one.
And it's going to be interesting to see how far they go in the playoffs.
Yeah, Coach, I hear that Bobcat starting to snarl a little bit again. He done went to sleep, and now he's come back to life out here. So the Bobcat's getting riled up here. So, Coach, I don't know what sound a Maverick makes. Do you?
Well, it's a Mustang, isn't it?
Is it? I guess it would be a Mustang. Wouldn't it be a horse, maybe? Mm-hmm. We'll have to check him out and see if they brought one with him.
Not that I know anything about Mustangs.
Nope. I know Mustang's a horse, but I don't know about a Maverick. I guess could be. All right, here's Testament onside.
Got a little bouncer.
Good bounce, and Summers County able to come up with us. Oliveros again with a big play for the Bobcats. So they have come to life here late in this ball game. So, again, positive things.
Well, just like going down and scoring, you want these kids to get positive. Just think positive.
Right.
Just say, let's make this next play. Just make this next play.
Right.
That's all we got to do.
Yep.
And also, we got 5 minutes, just a little bit above 5 minutes left in this game.
That's right.
See if they can go down and score again.
Yep. And that Bobcat is going crazy up there. He didn't get all riled up. All right, here comes Summers County with it. 2 men to each side. Ball on about the 47 of James Monroe. Here's Isaac. Drops the throw. Pressure comes. Steps up out of the pocket. Drops it off to Tyson Atkins. He gets down to the 43 before he's brought down by a host of Maverick tacklers. So good job by Isaac to get it out there to Atkins. And like I said, Coach, this James Monroe team obviously is a dominant team. But Summers County has fought hard and played hard. They're a good team themselves.
And we're talking about struggling. And Atkins, after these last 2 drives, he's above 100 yards on passing now.
Yep.
So,
all right, Isaac in the shotgun this time. He's got Atkins to his left. Takes the snap. Pressure comes. Quick pass out and just through the hands of Drake Cole. Incomplete. It stops the clock. Again, not sure of the time. Have to get on our cameraman a little bit about shooting the clock every now and then.
So we have 3rd down. It's probably 3rd and about 5. Obviously, 2-down territory
For
Coach Evans. Going trips up to his right side. Solo down here on the left side.
Yep. Look like they need about 6 for the first down. Moves Atkins over to his right. Isaac take a snap.
Flared.
Pressure comes again, and he's going to be dropped, and he's going to be sacked. And this time the sack was by Hayden Parker, 5'10", 142-pound senior for James Monroe, and that's going to keep the clock winding.
Probably lost about 2 or 3 there, and now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yep,
and
4th and 10. So we'll see what Summers County can come up here with. They overcome some adversity in that other drive. See if they can do it here. 4th down, 10 to go. Obvious passing situation. And against this James Monroe defense, Coach, actually it's 4th and 7. I don't know if being in an obvious passing situation is a great thing for Brandon Isaac.
Letting a little too much time. Okay, they're getting a timeout here.
Yeah, we'll take a timeout. So with a timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout here in the studio. You're watching high school football on the New River Network. Greg, Chris, Dave Gorby bringing you all the action. We'll be back to wrap this thing up here in just a minute.
Sure, there's a little all.
All right, here we go. 3:40 to go in the ball game. 4th down and 10. 4th down and 7, I'm sorry. Isaac in the shotgun. Atkins to his right. Blitz comes.
Picked up
nicely, and here
Can you
goes.
get to the first down.
Yep, he's trying to get there, and he's running out of room, and he's going to be dropped well short of the first down, so it's going to be a turnover on downs. So Summers County unable to capitalize on the turnover.
They just brought one too many. The running back did good picking up the first linebacker, but that second linebacker forced him to run, and he got close. He got about 2.5 yards away from a first down there.
Yeah, it looked like for a second he was going to get it, but closed fast.
Mm-hmm.
James Monroe defense pretty good. They're quick. They're big. They hit. The offense hadn't looked bad tonight either. They lead at 28-7. Here comes James Monroe out of the huddle. And Darren is way off mark here. He gets a quick pitch out to Carr. He breaks the tackle. Still making moves out in the open field. Everybody kind of relaxed a little bit, and he's still going. Oliveros finally catches him and brings him down at about the 38.
So that was close to a 20-yard carry, bringing Carr to about 83 yards on the evening.
Yeah. All right, brings up 1st down and 10 for James Monroe. And again, they're just looking to run out the clock, really. They're not looking to do anything else. And if you're Summers County, you want to keep them out of the end zone. That's
right. You want to have like we've been talking positive. You want to have good positive attitude, and keeping the number 2 team down to 28 points. That's a tough feat to do.
Yep. They hand it off to Carr again. He plows right up the middle. He'll pick up about 7 on that play. Another flag comes in late. And, right now, if you're James Monroe's coaches, I'm thinking, let's get some of these subs in, let these guys play. We don't want anybody getting ejected. They got to play a playoff game next week, and they don't want anybody ejected. And, they've had some unsportsmanlike penalties tonight on their players, and you don't want that. And that's what's going to be called here, I'm sure. Official making the announcement. Personal foul. And, again, they called on Summers County. And I keep talking about James Monroe, and they keep calling them on Summers County. But I saw one of the players being pulled back by Summers County's players, one of their own players, and I thought it was him involved. Apparently it wasn't. So Summers County picks up the unsportsmanlike personal foul penalty.
Take them down to the 20-yard line.
Yep, puts them on the 20.
Inside the 20. It's 16-yard line.
Still going down to the 16 after that penalty. So it brings up 1st down now and 10 from the 16-yard line. Of course, if you're Summers County coach, you got to tell your guys, hey, let's keep her cool. Play out the game here. Mm-hmm. No sense to do anything crazy. Here comes Boggs with it, and he plows forward down to about the 6-yard line. So close to a 1st down. I think he's a little bit short.
That's Boggs' 3rd carry of the night. He didn't pick up anything the first carry.
Right.
Picked up 58 on the 2nd carry. Yep. There he picked up about 8.
Yep.
So,
All right. Clock.
they haven't gave it to Ridgeway yet this drive, and maybe they're already looking next
Right.
week, and they don't
Right.
need to give them the ball.
Right. Clock down to 2 minutes now to go in the ball game. And, again, if you're Summers County, you want to try to keep him out of the end zone here, keep his score respectable. Second down and about 3 to go for James Monroe. And they'll take their time, be very deliberate, and not in any hurry right here. They don't need to score again. Dowdy under center. Takes the snap, gives it to Carl over the left side. He plows forward and
Down on the 1.
we'll call him down on the 1 yard line. So it'll be first and goal from the 1 for James Monroe. Let's see what they decide to do here.
Yeah, do we get Carr in the end zone for the first time tonight? Ridgeway.
Coach, if I'm the coach,
Is-
I'm going to tell you what I do.
What's that?
I take a knee.
Take a knee.
28-7, the game's over. No sense to score any more points. You don't want bad blood. You just take your knee right here. Show some good sportsmanship. Letting the clock run down.
Mm-hmm.
Dowdy now goes under center. They're going to hand it off to Carr, and he's going to go into the end zone for the touchdown to make the score 34-7, James Monroe. Again, Coach, I'm a fan of taking the knee right there. But I'm not.
Well, I
coaching.
think they were looking to get him in the end zone. I get what you're saying. I think because Ridgeway obviously didn't get a carry on that drive.
Right. All right, here comes Jackson for the extra point. Been perfect on the night. 4 for 4. Here's number 5. It's up. And it's good.
It goes over the building.
Yep, over the building for the extra point. So that extends James Monroe lead with 1 minute, 8 seconds to go to 35-7. Coach, again, if you take a knee right there, I don't think James Monroe or Summers County is going to call timeout.
Mm-hmm.
So you let it run down to 50
Right.
seconds, take another knee, and you take another knee, and the game's over, 28-7.
You're right on that.
You're on. But, again, that's why I'm not out there coaching, I guess, because I don't know. All right. Summers County will have the ball one more time.
I've killed everything tonight. My bad, Coach.
Well, I was going to say, I hated to eat your last peach rhino, but
Well, I've killed it. I've killed that.
yeah, we
You
brought
put it right.
popcorn.
You put the popcorn right in front of me, Coach.
Yeah, we brought snacks tonight to enjoy ourselves. Darren don't ever provide any food for us here, so we got to bring our own. So Gore brought a bag of stuff, and I brought popcorn and drinks, and we're trying to get through the game. 35-7, James Monroe leads it. 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Owen Jackson set to kick it off for the Mavericks. We don't know that we'll have playoff matchups for you before we leave the air tonight, but if we don't, we'll get them on to you Thursday night on the Coaches Show. Here's the kickoff and the handoff back to Dotson. And that didn't work out too well, so he gets it back to the 15, and that's going to be it. Maybe give him forward progress to the 17. So Summers County will take over there with a minute to go in the ball game. As Bob Euchre would say, just a bit outside. All right. Here's Brandon Isaac up to the line of scrimmage. And they're going to be content just to hand it off and run
You
it
gave
out.
it to a
looks like.
lineman there.
Yep. Big number 64. Let's see who that is. We got to get his name mentioned. Cohen McGlothery. How you say that?
Is he a senior? I take it.
He is a senior, 5'10", 260. Man, they might consider, well, can't consider it now because the season's over, but it might have been something they considered earlier. Dude looked like a bowling ball coming out of there. Looked like me running in high school, Coach. Of course, that was when the bell rang for lunch. You saw me running, but otherwise I never ran much.
Well, they have him lined up at wing
On
back
the
now.
wing back. Maybe we'll give him a little reverse action here. Sprint, maybe the
I don't know about that rocket motion, but
70 gets the ball.
you get a first down there.
Yep, and we don't have a 7 on our roster that I can see.
Yeah, he's another senior.
Must be a senior, yeah.
Peyton
Oh, here he
Miller-
is, Peyton Miller. 6'2", 200-pound senior. Coach trying to get him a few plays in there, and that's going to do it. As that was the last play of the game. That's going to do it from Hinton in Summers County tonight. The James Monroe Mavericks with an impressive performance, 35-7 over Summers County. Coach, it was a little closer than that in one respect, but in another respect, James Monroe pretty much dominated because of their defense. Very good defensive football team.
Yeah, except for that one drive Summers County had.
Yep.
Their defense was very impressive tonight. I still think, man, you take that big play away. I was thinking, man, Carr didn't score. Carr was the one that caught the receiving touchdown.
Yeah, he was.
On the big play in the first half.
Yeah. So now you're with me on the knee down.
Well,
Yeah. All right.
but anyways, I do think Summers County battled. But James Monroe was clearly a better team this evening.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about it.
I think there's a reason why they're number 2 in single A.
Yep, and I think they've got an opportunity, Coach, maybe roll right through that single A bracket and get to that championship game. It wouldn't surprise me one bit to see James Monroe there. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's action. James Monroe wins it 35-7 over Summers County. Darren has impressed upon me that he's ready to get out of Summers County. So we're going to wrap it up here. We won't have any stats or any post-game stuff for you other than to tell you James Monroe dominated this game 35-7. Gallant effort by the Bobcats, but the Mavericks, Coach, just too much for Summers County. A good football team there, and like I said, I think we're going to see them make some noise in these playoffs.
Yeah, I think James Monroe, like I said, definitely there's a reason why they're number 2 in single A. Coach Evans, though, finished 5-5 with a young team.
Yep.
I don't think he has anything to hang his head about.
Yep.
Hey, let's have another good off season, see what next year can bring.
Yep, young team and a good team. They're not a bad football team. So congratulations to James Monroe. We look forward to keeping up with them in the playoffs because I think, again, they're going to make some
I'm
noise.
Elliot Pritt, and I'm
We'll
running
talk to
for
you
the
later.
House of Delegates. I'm an Air Force veteran, a married father of 3, and a teacher. The people of the 50th Delegate District deserve a delegate who is qualified, experienced, and who actually knows what it's like to put in a hard day's work. I don't make political promises, but I do promise I will always be available to you. I'm Elliot Pritt, and I'm asking for your vote.
Please vote for my dad, Elliot Prince.